Hi. Right before Jake turned 4 years old, we needed to get him professionally evaluated with a diagnosis of autism to get him enrolled in school. We took him to a professional in a top hospital in Philadelphia, and while she was evaluating him, she said, let's see if he follows instructions. So she said, Jake, I want you to go over to my desk, get my pen, and bring it to me. Now, I almost laughed because I knew he wasn't going to budge, and he didn't. He didn't move. So she said, okay. She starts to write down on her pad, doesn't follow instructions. I said, hold on. I go, Jake, give me the pen. Jake walked over to the pen, got it, and gave it to me. She was very surprised. This lady was like very surprised. What 3 mistakes did she make when talking to Jake? The first mistake she made was she spoke too fast. Many of our children have problems processing auditory information, things they hear. It becomes jumbled up. You need to speak to them slowly, like I'm speaking to you right now, this speed. You need to enunciate each word. So when you're speaking to your child, you speak in this fashion. It's going to feel funny at first. It's going to feel odd at first and awkward. But you need to give them time to process information, the words they're hearing. Did you ever ask for somebody's phone number and they say it too fast and you need them to repeat it? And then did you ever ask somebody their phone number and they say it slowly and you get it the first time? You need time to process what they're saying. Our children especially need time to process what's being said. So you need to slow it down. It's very important. Second mistake she made was her sentence was way too long. Jake, I want you to go over to my desk, get my pen, and bring it to me. Way too much information for a child to process. You want to speak in 3, 4, and 5 word sentences to your child. Now, if your child is using 7 and 8 words in a sentence, yeah, then you can definitely expand that. If your child using 1 and 2 words, you might only want to use 3 words. If your child uses 1 and 2 word sentences, you might only want to use 3 or 4 word sentences. Okay? So you don't say to your child, are you thirsty, honey? Do you want a glass of water? I'll get it for you. Just say, are you thirsty? Do you want water? That's all you say. Don't crowd it up, your sentence up with too much information. Don't say it too fast and don't give too much information, too many words. Keep it simple. Short sentences spoken slowly. The third mistake she made was she used a word Jake didn't understand. Desk. Jake didn't know what a desk was. She shouldn't have assumed that a kid who's not even 4 years old knows what a desk was. Again, why would you use a word your child doesn't understand? I've seen so many parents do this though. I've seen so many parents say, oh, that's, fantastic, or, wow, I'm very impressed with what you've done. And the child doesn't know what impressed means. That's very impressive. Just say, that's good. Use words a kid knows. I was with a mom one time and she was talking to her daughter and she was reprimanding her daughter. Her daughter was getting hyper and she said to her daughter, Susan, I told you not to do that. I'm very disappointed in you. You know what? I'm not going to let you go outside and play later on. What happened with Susan? Susan ran to the door and goes, outside and play? Outside and play? That's all Susan understood from what her mom just said. And then the mom's confused and says, no outside. Now the child's confused. The child had a meltdown. And the mom's wondering what went wrong. Why would you say, I'm very disappointed in you? That's what she said to the child. I'm very disappointed in you. Like a child is going to understand this. This child only spoke in 1 and 2 word sentences at most. Like she's really going to understand what that means. I'm very disappointed in you. If your child doesn't understand it, why say it? Then she said, I'm not going to let you go outside and play later on. Like the child understands the concept of later on. This child didn't. If you know your child doesn't understand the words you're using, don't use the words. This lady said, Jake, I want you to go over to my desk. He doesn't understand desk. Get my pen and bring it to me. And I just said, Jake, give me the pen. There's other tricks and techniques of talking to a child on the spectrum, but they're the 3 big ones. You slow it down, you don't use long sentences, and you use words they know. Now, I did not come up with this. This is from RDI, Relationship Development Intervention, which is a behavioral program that I did with Jake from day one that I found out that he was autistic. And I credit RDI as much as anything else I've ever done with getting Jake to where he is now. And Jake is a success story, and he would not be a success story without RDI. RDI and the restrictive diets and the B12 shots. Those are the things that did it for Jake. If you have a child on the spectrum, you should be doing RDI. That is my true belief. My next videos, I'm going to be getting into RDI and talking about it and showing it and trying to get you on the path to doing it with your child and giving you some, some tips and some pointers and some encouragement and some instruction. My next video, though, is how to get your child to start speaking in longer sentences and to start understanding longer sentences. That's my next video. So thanks for watching this video. Keep an eye out for my next video, and start practicing talking to your child, okay? Slow, words they understand, and short sentences, okay? Have a good one. Bye.